Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief keeps you informed about what's happening in Annapolis and Arundel County and Maryland. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and of course, local weather. Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief starts now.
Good morning. It's Friday, August 4th, 2023. This is John Frenet, and this is your Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief presented by Annapolis Subaru and the SPCA of Anne Arundel County. Last call for another pair of tickets to see Devin Allman and Donovan Frankenreiter for a matinee at Ram's Head tomorrow. Get in touch with me. Let me know if you'd like to go see them, and I have a spare pair of tickets to give away. And don't forget about our daily news email. The link's right here in the show notes. All right, it is Friday, so let's get this thing done so the weekend is even closer, shall we? Boy, here's a great example of trusting your gut. On Wednesday morning at about 6:30 a.m., a woman was driving her car in Millersville and came to a stop, and she was boxed in by two cars at a stoplight. One was occupied by two people, and the other one was occupied by one. Well, all of a sudden, a masked man appeared on foot and approached her car. She felt that she was about to get robbed, and she was able to get out of the boxed-in situation and drive away. Both vehicles followed her until she was able to elude them. Now, based on the info she gave to the police, one car was reported stolen, and the other had DC plates, but they belonged to a different car. Great heads-up thinking for this woman. This could have ended a lot worse. Belize is one of the most beautiful places I've ever been, and Southwest Airlines is making it a little bit easier to get there. Starting on March 9th of next year, they will run a nonstop flight from BWI to Belize on Saturdays. This is a new seasonal destination for Southwest. Their other seasonal ones will also resume in March, and they go to Grand Cayman, Turks and Caicos, Cabo San Lucas, and Panama City, Florida, and Destin, Fort Walton Beach. Last week, the Bernie House cut a ribbon on their latest home, and that is probably getting occupied a bit later today. It was so cool to see a fully furnished home ready to help an abused woman and her children get back on their feet again. Definitely want to check out the story on eyeonannapolis.net and maybe go back and listen to the podcast we did with Patty in the Bernie House. But I'll tell you, this is an amazing small nonprofit doing incredible work. And while you're over at eyeonannapolis.net, you might as well check out the guest column by Visit Annapolis. They laid out all the great things happening around the county this month and offered a teaser of things to come in September and October. Don't forget that the 55th Annual Maryland Seafood Festival is on August 19th and 20th this year. That's coming up pretty quick. There is a twist. For more than 30 years, it's been at Sandy Point State Park, but this year it is coming back to its roots where it was born, right on City Dock here in downtown Annapolis. You can expect all the usual goodness, but this year, our favorite local restaurants are in on the game, bringing their best dishes for you to enjoy. Tickets are only $15 in advance, but you can save 20% off of all general admission tickets with the code IMSF23. That's EYEMSF23. And you get them at abceventsinc.com. Some other events going around this weekend. National Oyster Week does continue with oyster specials at your favorite restaurants. The Annapolis Rotary's annual Crab Feast is tonight, but they are sold out, so better luck next year. Tomorrow is that matinee show for Donovan Frankenreiter and Devin Allman at Ram's Head on stage, and later in the evening, you can have dinner under the stars on West Street. And while you're on West Street, you might as well pull up a bench, spend the night, because on Sunday morning, it is the First Sunday Arts Festival, so there is an awful lot going on this weekend. Today on Canines and Crosstreks, we meet two pups. A purebred Yorkie named Lady. She's about 9 years old and the most well-behaved pit mix, and I think she may have some Great Dane in her, so I think she's going to be pretty big. But her name is Ruth, and for a 6-month-old pup, she really had some manners. You want to listen to our spot now and then check out eyeonannapolis.net at noon today for our irresistible photos and all of the information you need on how to adopt either of them. And again, don't forget, we do have that brand spanking new daily newsletter that features only the top news stories of the day. We send it out to your inbox at 7 p.m. every night. Yes, that is 365 days a year. If you want to sign up and hang with all the cool kids, there's a link in the show notes. And if you know someone that might appreciate it, let them know about it as well. Tomorrow on the Local Business Spotlight, we're going to speak with Antoine from Play It Again Sports. And next weekend, I got to look at my calendar and figure out who that is, but we've got somebody coming up next weekend for sure. And that is about it. Now it's just time to say thank you for listening and putting up with us every day. I do hope that we add some value to your world. And if we do, please leave a review somewhere and tell a friend to give us a listen. We also want to thank our sponsors, Annapolis Subaru, the SPCA of Anne Arundel County, Solar Energy Services, Hospice of the Chesapeake, and Alpha Engineering. It's Friday, the weekend is here, so now it is time just to say have a great weekend, be nice to others, do something fun, and keep shopping local. Other than that, we're going to see you on Monday. Now hang tight, because George Young from DCMDVA Weather is here with the only locally forecast weather report you will find, and of course, Canines and Crosstreks. So do hang around for that. All of it's coming to your way in just a minute.
It's another exciting weekend of affordable family fun at Prince George's Stadium with the Bowie Bay Sox. One of the most special nights of the season on Friday the 4th, Navy Night. Come celebrate the newest plebe class. Back-to-back fireworks carry on to Saturday with our pregame Touch a Truck event. And it's the last of our big hitter bobbleheads, Colton Cowser on Sunday for the first 750 fans. Get your tickets now by calling 301-805-6000 or anytime online at baysox.com. The Bowie Bay Sox. Let us be your 9-inning vacation.
When you live near Annapolis, you know how fickle the weather can be. So you need a truly local forecast that's accurate and reliable. Forecast right here in Annapolis. DCMDVA Weather is not just for today, but for the rest of the week and the weekend too. Now here's George Young of DCMDVA Weather with the weather outlook for today and beyond.
Hey everyone, this is George with DCMDVA Weather, and this is your Eye on Annapolis forecast for Friday, August 4th. Yesterday brought really comfortable conditions to the Annapolis region with a few sprinkles and showers as well, but today will be even more comfortable out with a bit of additional rain ahead of a fairly sunny and nice, albeit a bit warmer weekend. Look for highs today only in the upper 70s to lower 80s, with a small chance for some showers and storms to be followed by mixed skies Saturday to get the weekend started with highs in the 85 to 90 degree range, with mostly sunny skies then on Sunday with temps again 85 to 90 degrees, 4 p.m. highs, with the early expectation for next week being upper 80s to lower 90s each day Monday through Wednesday, with another chance for a few storms Monday before sunshine returns Tuesday and Wednesday. Okay, that's it for today and this week. This is George Young of DCMDVA Weather. Make it a great day and weekend out there. Stay healthy and be safe, and be sure to follow DCMDVA Weather on Facebook and Twitter for regular updates each day, along with the website at dcmdvaweather.info, so you can always stay weather informed.
Hello, energy consumers. This is Rick Peters, president of Solar Energy Services. Have you been looking for ways to save money recently? Maybe you should consider solar energy for your home. Or are you waiting for the technology to get cheaper? If so, how long are you going to wait? Today's solar costs less than 20% of what it cost 10 years ago. But while solar prices have declined every year, so have the financial incentives. Bottom line, if you wait for cheaper solar, you're also waiting for lower incentives. Take my home, for example. My solar system was installed in 2010, and it's been paid off for almost 5 years, and I no longer have to buy any electricity for another 15 to 20 years. If I waited for cheaper solar, I'd still be paying an electric bill. At Solar Energy Services, we have thousands of satisfied customers who are sure glad they didn't wait. So what are you waiting for? Sunshine's a wasted. Call us today for a free solar design at 410-923-6090 or on the web at solarsaves.net.
Sunshine, sunshine, nothing else can make me feel so fine.
That can only mean one thing. We're headed to the SPCA of Anne Arundel County with Annapolis Subaru to play with the pups for this week's Canines and Crosstreks, sponsored by Annapolis Subaru. Higher standards.
Back here with Canines and Crosstreks, and we have canines this week as opposed to kittens, which I'm excited about, and it's much cooler out today, which I'm like really thrilled about.
It's quite lovely.
It is. It's a lovely day.
Absolutely. Well, we've got Kelly Brown, the president of the SPCA, as well as Billy Sadler, who is the GM for Annapolis Subaru, as we do always. And joining us today in this corner, we have Lady.
That's right.
And in that corner,
That's right.
we have Ruth.
So I'm holding the little dog, and this is Lady. She's 9 years old, 9 years and 9 months to be exact, and she's a purebred Yorkie, and as you can see, just beautiful as can be, and the sweetest. She does. You know, I trimmed them yesterday.
You trimmed her
Thank you
bangs?
for
They look
saying
very
that.
nice.
I can't believe you noticed.
What did the kids used to say? The eyebrows are on fleek?
Oh, yeah.
Or something like that. I'm not sure whether that's a still in term or not, but
And
I don't know,
she's a
John.
happy girl.
Fleek?
We're gonna
making
look
up
that
words?
up. Look it up. So, but she came in over the weekend, and she was with the same owner for 9 years, but they could no longer care for her. So she's here with us, and we're doing some medical on her, making sure she's out ready to go up for adoption. And then she's she's fabulous. She's great with the cats that are here. You saw.
Yeah.
She was good with the other dog for a few minutes until the other dog got in her face, and then she did her little Yorkie growl.
we need our personal space. I get
That's
it. If
right.
you got
She's
into
like,
my face, Kelly, I
back
would
it
tell you the
up.
same thing. I may
Yeah.
not growl, but you would know.
But
was
what
like-
she doesn't understand, though, is that Ruth is quite possibly the sweetest dog that we've had in here.
Very sweet.
I mean, she is so sweet.
Besides Lady.
I mean, ladies...
We're going to compete. So Billy's holding on to Ruth, and I'm holding on to, well, not holding on because Ruth actually is big enough to stand, and little Lady's only about 6.5 pounds. So she's
true.
small.
Well, what is Ruth's story? She is a beautifully behaved pit mix.
She is a pit mix, and she's in dog room. She went on a pack walk. She did fabulous on her pack walk. She's great with other dogs, and you saw she was great with Jimmy hissing at her earlier. Jimmy, the office cat. She seems to be great with kids too. She had a meet and greet, and the kids. She just kept gravitating over to the kids. So
Well, she's very friendly. I mean, when she
Yeah.
walked in the room, she came up and said, put her paws up and said, "Hey, how you doing?"
that's
Just
right.
gave the big lick on
Right.
the face.
Yeah, very mild mannered. Like, you can usually tell if a dog's like high strung and has lots of energy, and she's just like...
She's hanging. She's not circling the
Chilling.
table or anything.
Pretend
And
they-
also, they said that her leash manners are really great. So she's fabulous on walks. And look at you, Billy, holding on to that leash. And
I'm
she's
holding
doing
the
a
leash,
great
and
job.
she's just staying right by my side. I mean,
Yeah.
she just sat... I didn't even have to say it. She just knew what I was thinking.
Absolutely. And she reads minds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't have too many of those kind of animals here, that's for
She's
sure.
extra special.
Of the kittens that we had last week, we've still got a couple left, but one has been adopted. Legacy found a new home. Mm-hmm. But
The
Forrester,
Subaru
Outback,
kittens.
and Impreza are still ready to roll.
Maybe it's meant for you, Billy.
And one of them was snipped this week, so he may still be recovering a little.
That's right. He's like, wow. That was a lot.
And I do see, Kelly, that the SPCA is offering their waiving of all the fees for senior cats, because we talked about so many cats that you have for this month, or actually now because it's cat season, but
That's right.
Kitten season.
senior
Kitten
cat
season.
month, and that's what, 7 years and older.
That's correct. Yep.
You can get a cat
You can get a cat.
without any kind of fees for the month.
That's right.
At what age are they not a kitten anymore?
It depends. I mean, I would think at a year. Actually, what we do it is 8 months.
8 months?
So at 8 months.
And
8
they,
months.
they
and
just go
that's when-
straight to cat.
8 months. That's it. They're a cat.
Straight to cat.
They were a cat.
There's no like toddler stage.
No, that's it. They go straight to. Actually, there is a little teenager stage. Because you have cats, John. Then when they become teenagers, oh good God,
They're all over the
they're all over the place.
Well, and you've also got the puppy plunge coming up. And if Lady is still around and Ruth is still around, I'm sure they will be plunging too.
Oh
Ruth
my
probably
God,
would have a
that's
blast at
right.
it.
Oh gosh, yeah. So we will have our mobile unit there with adoptable animals. So we'll have to come out for anybody coming out to plunge. You can great food trucks, a tiki bar, and lots of
Eastport
plunging
Oyster
animals.
Boys.
That's right.
I just
Great
saw
music.
them. They were posting. They're pretty excited about that.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
That's always a fun thing. I saw a thing in Ad Age magazine, and apparently Subaru is getting some props for a commercial that made me cry.
They're good at that. They're good at creating the waterworks.
That's right.
Well, what I learned something is that they are the largest corporate sponsor for the National Park Foundation. The new ad is with Kevon Woodard, who is a deaf 10-year-old that I've never seen the show, but he's in the Last of Us show with HBO.
Okay.
And he's out in Yosemite with his dad, and he's in a Forester, and they're going through the all-terrain, the whole 9 yards, and he's like, he signs to his dad, "Hey, are we lost?" And his dad is like, "No." And ultimately, they get to this giant waterfall, and you can just tell this is just such a powerful waterfall. And he's out there, and then he, signs to his dad. He says, "Oh my gosh, can you feel it?" And the dad signs back to him, "Yes." But it was just really a powerful.
Talk about a waterfall.
Yeah.
Gosh, if that doesn't make you cry.
Seriously. Yeah, no, they've got their advertising is phenomenal. I mean, it's almost as good as their product.
So what's new at Annapolis Subaru?
Well, we are entering into August, so we're creeping up to the end of the summer. But August is typically a big month for us. It's actually Subaru Loves Learning Month.
And what does that mean?
Which is a lot of fun.
You're just like kind of rubbing it into the kids that are going back to school, aren't you?
It's like, hey guys,
They're like, we don't want to remember.
school's coming. It's coming.
They're like, not yet, not yet.
So one of the things that Subaru does, Subaru of America does, and along with all of the retailers, is they partner with adopttheclassroom.org. And it's part of Subaru Loves Learning Month, and we are partnered with Mills Parole Elementary School here locally. And what we'll do is, so they serve about 650 students. This year, we're going to be serving 500 of those students, about 20 classrooms with school supplies and all sorts of fun stuff. X amount of dollars for each classroom to spend on whatever supplies they need. So we actually go around to each of the classrooms and deliver boxes with supplies and some fun stuff in there for the kids. And then each classroom gets about $500 that they're able to go onto the website adopttheclassroom.org and pick out whatever it is that they might need for whatever students might not have. Things that you don't even realize. I mean, 92% of classrooms nationwide have students whose families cannot afford to purchase any school supplies for their children.
We've got a lady over there who is licking Kelly's face. She is just such a cutie and she is an 9-year-old Yorkie. Mm-hmm. So she is a well-behaved, well-trained young lady. Be perfect for anybody home.
Ruth is asleep.
There you go. What better dog do you want than that?
Ruth is just laying here snoozing.
Take her back to the dealership with you for the day.
I'll think about it.
Okay.
And Ruth is a 5.5-month-old pit mix, it looks like, and she is just sweet as can be, just very chill, perfect with animals and kids and everybody else. So if you would like to adopt Ruth or Lady, AACSPCA.org, and of course, AnnapolisSubaru.com is where you want to go for cars, or go up and visit them themselves. But these guys are like two really winners of animals that we've had in a long time.
They really are.
I mean, so chill and well behaved.
Yes.
Yeah, they're fun.
Come get them and some of the other wonderful animals that we have here at the SPCA. And remember, if you would like an older cat, 7 or older, the adoption fees are waived.
Oh, what's that, Ruth?
That's Ruth says it's time to go out and play. And I agree. So should we?
I think so.
Yes.
Let's get at it.
Go.
The benefits of a good night's sleep are well documented. Sleeping well prevents weight gain, improves concentration and creativity, and boosts the immune system. So, what keeps you up at night? If you run a business, then the security of your computer network may be one of those things. Threats like ransomware and phishing are becoming increasingly sophisticated and pose a real risk to any business. Don't let these cyber threats keep you up at night. At Alpha, they've been helping their customers sleep better for over 30 years by monitoring in real time and hardening network defenses. And for those irritating IT issues that arise every day, Alpha's just a phone call away, helping your business run smoothly and helping you sleep better, knowing Alpha is on guard. Give Alpha a call to see if they can ease your worries and help you get the rest you deserve. Find them at alphagetsit.com.
You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues, this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis and Anne Arundel County. And don't forget about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. And make sure you follow us on Facebook at All Annapolis and on Twitter at Eye on Annapolis. This Daily News Brief podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 6 a.m.